Would you like to become a fascinating personality, break free from plateaus, and gain power over your mental resources and your full potential? You came to the right place. Welcome to a magical journey to yourself. This show is made in Germany. If you like the show, please subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, or puremindmagic.club. Welcome to Season 1, Shaping Your Reality. And here is your host, international magician, speaker, and book author, Victoria Mavis.
If you realized how powerful your thoughts are, you'd never think a negative thought again. Welcome to Pure Mind Magic Episode 2, Turning Thoughts into Reality. This episode is very powerful and can be life-changing. It is time to get some great ideas and insights up your sleeves and to pull the rabbit out of your head. You are about to transform into a mind magician. I'm gonna tell you a fascinating story. An old rail station. A man is hiding in the dark and is stepping into a wagon of a cargo train to find shelter from the night. Slowly, after the train begins to move, the man has no clue about the destination of the train. He is a little tired, but a lot of thoughts go through his mind, and he can't imagine what is happening in the next hours. To be continued. Stay tuned and find out how the story will end. Maybe you are familiar with the famous book of Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. He tells you that there is a big secret in his book and that the secret is printed on every single page of his book. I, as a magician, love secrets. It is my profession to deal with secrets and keep them secret. Most people like secrets too because there is something adventurous or even a flavor of prestige to them. So, do you have an idea what the secret is? It is already in the beginning of the book, and Napoleon Hill tells you, thoughts are things, very powerful things. My mentor Ron always reminds me of that. You can see this happening in a magic show. The magician thinks of a coin and in the next second he produces one at his fingertips. Thoughts made visual and thoughts turned into reality. It is like you are transmuting a thought into physical reality. So far, our thoughts are secrets too, because no one besides us can see or touch them, except from magicians, of course. A movie, for example, gives the director the opportunity to share his internal thoughts and pictures with the rest of the world. What a potential! You are also the director of your life because your whole life is created and designed by your thoughts. To give you a number, you think around 60,000 thoughts a day. That comes down to about 30 to 40 thoughts a minute, and of course it is impossible not to think. Furthermore, your mind can always only concentrate on one thought only, so pick that one wisely. You can think of having something or think of not having something, but you can't do both at the same time. This brings us to the magic formula. Nothing will ever change until you change. And every change starts with you thinking different thoughts. Your thoughts are the only thing you have complete control over. In a nutshell, change your thoughts, change your life, and you become what you most think about. Look at your life and your environment at the moment. Everything you see is a result of the thoughts you have thought in the past. What thoughts do you choose for your future? Be careful what you think about. What information do you feed your mind? What books are you reading? What podcasts are you listening to? And what films are you watching? All the information you take in will affect your future directly. You are feeding your mind every day like you are feeding your body with food. Maybe a conscious decision what you let in would be good. It is all about you. Bringing us to the fact that it is very important to get new inspiration, because we see only what we know, what explains why it is very hard to tell how a magic illusion works, because you can't see things you don't know exist. So our mind is conditioned to see patterns and compares everything to things we know already. As you can imagine, that leaves not much room for new creations. So we do need conscious new input to spark new thoughts, ideas, and solutions. It is measurable that our thoughts are electrical while our heart is magnetic. Imagine that what you can make like magic when you align them both, creating an electromagnetic field around you to attract things into your life. More about that in another episode. Pretty clear that you make decisions based on your thoughts, and these decisions affect magic feelings. And it goes the other way around. When you feel good, you make good decisions and get great results for your life, meaning you create a nice reality. Think about, what is your first thought in the morning? What is your last thought in the evening? What you think in the morning will affect your whole day, and what you think about before bed will affect your sleep, your regeneration process, and even the course of your next day. In short words, input equals output. Ask yourself, what can you improve? Where can you think high quality thoughts and get premium content for your mind? Many people spend hours in the gym making their body stronger. But what about training the mind? This whole mind work is not about finding yourself. It is about creating yourself, like bodybuilders do with their bodies. You decide every moment where you focus on and what and whom you give your attention. Make it count. Control your mind. Your brain makes life easier for you. This is why it filters out everything that seems to be of no importance to you. And on the other hand, you will see everything you have a connection to. There is a difference in mental activity and real thinking. A lot of very successful people do it. They reserve some time every day to take time out and think things through. So you can say it is designed by thought. Thought through from beginning to end. Because when you start thinking a thought, you should think it to the end. Otherwise, it will wobble around as an unfinished thought, like starting to read a book without finishing it. And this process consumes mental energy as well as focus. That brings us to clarity. Clarity definitely is power. Clarity about what you want and where you are going. So how do you get this mental clarity with all the stress in your life and all the things you have to do and have to think about? There are a couple of ways, and I will talk about that in the next episode, but for now let's pick one. Do you have a guess? Let's start with meditation. Meditation calms down your inner world, meaning especially your inner monologue. You cut off yourself from outside disturbances and take time to sort your mind and gain new energy and more focus on where you are going. It is your inner private space and it is kind of magical that the best ideas come to us in this inner stillness, when our mind had some time to process all the input we gave him. I found a secret book about that. If you are interested in this special mood of inner stillness, send me an email to puremindmagic@gmail.com. Subject: Secret Book, and you will get the information. I do my best to get the author on the show as well, so you can get great ideas from the creator himself as well. Let me put it in other words. It is kind of making room in your mind for new thoughts and new ideas, because you don't have room for new clothes before you declutter your wardrobe. And also, you can't take something in your hands when you hold bags in both of your hands. So in the next episode, we dive deeper into the field of relaxation and calming the mind down to get more clarity and free more energy. I have another example why it is so important to be really concentrated and present when you do something of great importance for your life. Imagine the airport tower and the air traffic controller. They must keep track of every thought and think about every move they make. The last information I got there, maybe it changed in the meantime, but you get the point, was that they are only allowed to work for 90 minutes. After that, they have to go on a break because it is not possible to concentrate longer so much and keep control over everything. You are the thought traffic manager in your head. Which thoughts do you give permission to land? Which thoughts do you give permission to take off and take you to a completely different place than you are right now? You are in control, and thoughts are just coming from everywhere. And the interesting part is that quite often they in fact show up out of nowhere. And these thoughts are very often the best, because they are coming from a magic field. More about that in an upcoming episode. And by the way, my idea to create this podcast came out of nowhere. Let's get back to the magic number of 90 minutes as a basis. Most magic shows last for 90 minutes an evening, as well as most blockbuster films in cinema run around 90 minutes. You can cut that to 3 times 30 minutes, and so you get 3 parts: beginning, middle, end. A valuable tip is when you are in your thought process, or in a brainstorming session, or typing your book locked away in a hotel room, do it for exactly 90 minutes and set a timer. You can work in several blocks of 90 minutes, of course, but make sure to make an intermission after 90 minutes. It is also what they do in Bollywood films, because they normally run around 180 minutes. Some of them are very inspirational, and I got good advice and inspiration out of a few, but that is just another story. Also, when we shift to your business, think about meetings. What feeling do you have about meetings that seem to go on forever without moving anywhere? Stick to the 90 minutes as well. It is proven that after the cycle of 90 minutes, nothing new or better will come out. Give it a try. You will be much more productive, especially when you start with the mindset that you only got 90 minutes for your blockbuster business meeting. Maybe you got kind of hooked with all the mind works and want to dive deeper into the different layers of your brain and how you make it work for you in the best way possible. Well, there is someone who coached me a lot, my mentor Ron, and he has designed a special video course around mind power riches. He teaches you a lot about making money using your mind in a specific way, just in case you are interested. Send me an email to puremindmagic@gmail.com, subject Ron, and you will get the link directly from me. In case you are a mover and want to move in your life, you can get a link from me for this video package. As I said, just email me to puremindmagic@gmail.com. The hot tip for today is work in 90-minute sessions on whatever you are creating at the moment. I hope something magical. Also think about the return of investment around your thoughts. Because whatever thoughts you are thinking most of the time, you will see the results in your life pretty soon. Are you ready for magical results? Well, I think you know what to do. Before I wrap up everything for today, let me tell you how the story ends from the beginning of this episode. The man in the wagon of the cargo train turned on the lights and found himself in a refrigerator car. And the door was locked. No chance to get out. The man was shocked. The train was moving to nowhere, no smartphone, locked alone in a cold room. He started freezing so badly. He walked up and down the wagon with less and less energy, getting colder and colder. After hours of fighting with the cold, he scratched into the wall. I am dying, I am dying. It is so cold, I can't stand it any longer. I am sorry. The next morning, when the sun came up, the train reached its final destination. When the staff opened the refrigerator car, they were shocked to find the body of a man lying dead on the floor. Now comes the crazy part. The refrigerator car wasn't turned on at all, so there was a normal temperature in the wagon. But the man thought of being trapped in a refrigerator car and finally killed himself by thought alone. Never underestimate how powerful your thoughts are. They can change your life and even the world. The decision is yours. To help you get along with your thoughts, I designed a special PDF that I call Thought Tracker, and it is easy to handle and can help you a lot. You can get it for free if you like. Only email me to puremindmagic@gmail.com, subject Thought Tracker. Because our mind is designed to learn most and foremost through repetition, I am doing a short and smart motivational summary for your ears. So let that go directly into your mind to improve the quality of your reality and keep you moving towards mastery. You can be a magician in every area of your life by improving the thoughts you think day in and day out. Napoleon Hill says, "Thoughts are things, very powerful things. Start to become aware of your thoughts. Meditation helps you to get started calming down your mind. Make a plan in your mind how to put everything together. Keep your mind off of what you don't want. Everything in your life evolves around how you think. Think big. Thinking doesn't cost something. It is free. So think big. Prepare yourself for the next step on a mental level. Remind yourself about the air traffic controller, and in your own life it is trying to get a jet out from the ground with thinking the right thoughts that get you moving. Whatever you think about, be specific. Decide exactly what you want. Remember that your thoughts lead to decisions. And to close the circle for today, I end with a quote from Anthony Robbins. Life will pay any price you ask for. When you feel inspired or have a great idea about a theme for an upcoming episode, please get in touch with me. This is an interactive show and everything is possible in the magic world. So reach out and send me an email to puremindmagic@gmail.com. Get my German book, Was wenn alles möglich wäre, by Magic Victoria on Amazon, or find out more about the show on puremindmagic.club. Until next time, create some magic. Victoria Mavis, over and out.